Ravenking, huge friend of mine, big friend of mine from the same region. So I cast a lot of Ravenking. I'm a big fan of his, obviously, but we'll hop right into this as we start off. The thing about Ravenking in general is that the platform fighter genre, he has down pat. Really good at Rivals, really good at a lot of other Smash games. He's a big fan of just the genre in general. And his advantage state is one of the best. And also, he's really elusive as a player. But Zomba doesn't seem to care about any of that because he's going so deep, 74% on Ravenking already, but Ravenking doesn't care. He's going so far for the punish.
Yeah, absolutely. There was one situation right there at the ledge where I feel like Ravenking had Zomba potentially death to rights, maybe to just start a huge edgeguard scenario. Unfortunately, not going to pull the trigger. I mean, it's really scary. You don't want to get reversed by Rob, but great counter right there. Just to call out these, you know, downer into maybe up air or back air setups, depending on what Ravenking does in the air. Gonna get the up tilt into the up air though, and unfortunately right there, just at that percentage, just not enough to stay alive in this first stock. First blood going to Zomba.
Yeah, good stuff to Zomba, able to secure that stock. I do like seeing the counters coming out from Ravenking. It's something that I do see a lot from him, especially with that Rebels guard. Love the aggressiveness off the ledge. Good stuff to him. And now we're going to get these gun gimps. Can we find a stock, though? We cannot, unfortunately. Zomba's going to start with the side B. Such a scary move to deal with at all times.
Yeah, certainly. Oh, the gyro would have been a crazy scenario. You know, one of those gamer reactions could have been enough to potentially get a stock right there with an aerial or with a smash attack. But, you know, the fact that Zomba has been managing the Arsene and like counter and like working around it very well, throwing out the multi-hits when he knows it's going to work out just to whittle that meter down has been great. No Arsene value really from Ravenking. Gonna have to opt to look for potentially maybe fair one into an up smash, fair one into an aerial. And we saw right there, fair one. Yeah, there we go. So first stock going to Ravenking finally, but can you capitalize? Can you bring this back?
Oh, yeah, just barely unable to get back. And I do like Zomba going off stage there, kind of forcing the grappling hook to actually hit him instead of the grabbing ledge. Really like that. Just kind of one of those small things that you get from playing the matchup a lot, you know? But, ooh, that footstool out of shield into the down air. Good stuff, but we're going to get Arsene online. There's the down air up smash. Fantastic stuff coming out for Ravenking so far, but he is lapped for stocks here and almost lapped in percent.
Yeah, definitely was having a good time right there, getting a ton of damage. Is that going to be it? Man, yeah, you saw how it kind of moved Joker around. I think it crossed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe Ravenking not super ready for it. Zomba going to take the first game, though. And something to think about also, you know, obviously Zomba has a lot of experience in this matchup. You know, obviously in recent history has kind of had, you know, been able to overcome the Joker, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we saw that. I don't know if you saw Let's Make Big Moves. Was that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that losers top 8 qualifier between Leo and Zomba, it was something.
It was definitely something.
I ain't gonna lie. So I feel like, you know, if there's a matchup that Zomba's gonna have, you know, pretty pat down, you know, it's probably gonna be this matchup right here, especially because I feel like in the last year they've traded a bunch of sets. I mean, they played at Warehouse Wars, they played at S Factor, they played at Let's Make Good Moves. So you know, definitely gonna be something that maybe Ravenking is like having to try to figure out how to counterplay the counterplay, if you will.
Exactly. The thing, I mean, I mentioned it earlier, but the thing about Ravenking as a player, we even see it when he, on rare occasion, pulls out his Ike, is that Ravenking is very elusive. We haven't been able to see a lot of that coming out from here due to just the explosive advantage state that Zomba has. A fantastic snipe on that, by the way. But Ravenking can be really hard to pin down and actually, you know, keep down as well. So I'm curious to see how that is going to come into play here. I love the delayed nair as well. Fantastic start for Ravenking.
Oh man, I love that up B to kind of catch the landing nair from Zomba. Yeah, like you said, you know, definitely getting a lot of conversions off stage. You know, I feel like we definitely need to see a little bit more of those from Ravenking if we want to see maybe a stock early. Because I think like getting a stock off of, not gonna kill, getting a stock off of Zomba like around 100, 110 is probably pretty good. Especially without like Arsene, it's just like straight edge guards, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I do love everything I'm seeing here. Fantastic tech coming out from Ravenking, while Zomba just kind of stalls up in the air there, just kind of waiting out the Arsene meter. Love the tactic there. It's something that you gotta do sometimes. It's dirty. It's a little dirty, but you gotta do it every once in a while because you cannot allow Arsene to come out.
Yeah, and what a checkmate right there. You're throwing out the gyro, knowing the counter's probably going to happen, the Rebels guard, and then you just punish accordingly right after. That Rob Fair, so easy to convert right there, but Ravenking retaliating accordingly and much closer this game too now.
Yeah, really, really good stuff coming out from Ravenking there, able to snipe that. But, I mean, he is having a hard time. That Nair coming out. I do like that he was able to grab the ledge there, but Zomba doesn't seem to care at all. Firing on all cylinders here. I love the gyro play coming out from Zomba in general. And there's a down air to, oh, man, nasty spike.
Yeah, he's doing so well. I mean, you know, regardless of, I feel like they're both hitting just as hard. The problem is that Ravenking isn't really killing, and Zomba is killing more oftentimes than not, so you just see him get so much more mileage out of these conversions, but Arsene definitely going to be a way to bring this back potentially. I love the catch right there. We saw forward air and we saw back air as a chance to kind of anti-air Zomba. Unfortunately not working out. Finally throwing out the up airs though right there. Zomba going to have to maybe mix it up right here. Yeah, you see him going much higher this time around.
Yeah, and again, to stall out that Arsene, you know? Sometimes you can either beat down Arsene, and other times you might just need to stall it out, but an unfortunate forward smash is going to send Ravenking into the gyro for that kill confirm.
I was so unlucky, I'm not gonna lie. Just put right in the worst position possible right there, but definitely setups right there from Zomba, you know, definitely panning out in his favor right now. But yeah, I mean, like we talked about, like there's moments where Ravenking is starting to cook, and yeah, it's just unfortunate not able to find those kills, and I think that Zomba understands when he's actually in danger of losing stocks against Joker, whether with Arsene or without, and it's just kind of playing around this a lot more. And like you said, stalling out the Arsene meter is also so valuable. I mean, you remember back in the Wi-Fi days where these Robs would go up against Luigi's online and just like stall, like give themselves like 5% damage so they wouldn't get 0 death.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things you just it might to some feel like such an underhanded tactic almost, but it's what you have to do because personally, I don't know about you, I don't want to fight Arsene.
I'm trying to win. Yeah,
I don't want to fight him.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to get cheese, you know. I don't want to die at 90.
Love the Takarakan coming out from Ravenking there, able to kind of fight back a little bit, but he's unable to really get his hands on Zomba, as Zomba can get another confirm with that up tilt up air, tried and true for the character. Really good stuff.
Yeah, certainly looking prime right here. I mean, that's very, very, you know, quiet 3-0 potentially on the horizon for Zomba. Gonna have to come up big right here. Ravenking trying to find the aerials right here. That would have been a really good way to finish that stock. But again, Zomba just playing right above the range of the aerials every time that Ravenking wants to go for them. Understanding the range right here. Empty hops, trying to find something cooking. No one home for it though. Zomba looking to continue the onslaught of the edge guards in the footstool. Oh man, what a crazy conversion right there from Zomba.
And the other thing too that's so unfortunate about that entire conversion, if you're Ravenking, is that he went for the parry on the Nair, and that actually is what got that whole thing started, because he missed the parry, and unfortunately for him, now he's in a really tough position. Love the weight coming out from Ravenking there, knowing that he can stall for just a little bit to avoid the rotor arm, but this is going to be a tall order for him. You're down 3 stocks to 1 against Zomba, one of the best in the business, especially when it comes to your character of choice.
Yeah, 100%. Just absolutely understanding the ins and outs of this matchup, and we see the stalls kind of just maybe trying to reset some situations right here. Gets the dare though, almost gonna kill, not yet just yet, but gas is starting to become a factor. Yeah, there it was.
You can stall for a while, but not for that long. A rotor arm. Oh my, is that Nair really going to kill? No. That certainly will, though. That forward air certainly is going to take that set for Zomba. A pretty handed 3-0. Now double eliminating, not double eliminating, but eliminating both of Chicago's Golden Boys here.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure Ravenking definitely has a chance in losers at the very least. I think Ice Time, like you said, they're both going to have to duke it out. Potentially, unfortunately, might have to see him a team kill if they're both winning out. So, but regardless, I mean, yeah, Zomba very, very just like, you know, it's all business. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like very stoic, always like never like a ton of emotion. Just,
no.
You know, that's just the name of the game. So
just a really solid showing from Zomba. Just a mastery over the matchup. Just knowing everything that he could possibly go for, knowing everything that Ravenking could possibly have to pull out, and there wasn't really enough time for Ravenking to actually, you know, pull out all the stops for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just like, we saw all these situations where it's like, you know, there's just so much recognition from Zomba. Like we said, like, you know, just so aware and understanding of the matchup for sure. So definitely gonna have to be something that Ravenking, if you want to make a huge run, might have to go and get the run back later tonight as well. So yeah, definitely going to be chugging along. I think we have another winners qualifier as well, but I think before that we were actually talking about you know, potentially taking a bunch of people on to the stream, but I'm not 100% sure. But let's talk about a few things, my friends. Like this Afterburner shirt that you can get in the merch shop, my friends.